film movement that's still going strong today. It's an amateur movement formed from low-budget filmmaking and basic storylines. The origins of this movement came from the South by Southwest Film Festival, from a small group of directors and actors that all collaborated to achieve celebrity for the Mumblecore film movement.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And you know what? It all starts back with those Italian neorealists and those French New Wave filmmakers, you know, with the real locations and the handheld and stuff. But the main thing with those two film movements was the realism that they were trying to capture, like shooting their films almost like they were documentaries, but they weren't. And then, you know, in 1978, Claudia Weil came out with Girlfriends, and in 1979 there was Woody Allen's Manhattan, and both were extremely influential on Mumblecore, you know, again with the real locations, with somewhat natural lighting, you know, and Manhattan was in black and white, which is cool. But that all of a sudden, just suddenly in 2002, there was Andrew Bajolski's Funny Ha Ha, which is regarded as the first Mumblecore film. Oh my god! I almost forgot. There is a subgenre of Mumblecore called Mumblegore, which was started in 2008 with the Duplass brothers' Baghead. It's like Mumblecore, with like gore and like horror and stuff like that. And also Mumblecore happens in Germany. It's called Berlin Mumblecore. It all started back in 2009 with Jet Miller's Aus der Nonchalle, which basically it's like Mumblecore, but in Germany, and it got really going. And in fact, some of the more recent films, like Timo Jacobs' Clap A Cowboy, it got a lot of awards. Yeah, and the most recent entry into the Mumblecore movement actually happened this year. Joe Swanberg and Happy Christmas. So yeah, Mumblecore. Yeah.
You know what, Dan? I'm gonna teach you about Mumblecore styles and themes. Starting with themes. You know, they have like themes of love, friendship, realism, and aimlessness, like no goals. These characters have literally no goals. They're doing nothing all day. They're very unhappy, probably because they don't have any goals in their life. And these characters are trying to find out who they really are inside. Now on to styles, or techniques, whichever one you want to say, I don't care. So we're gonna start with, they really try and hit on the Italian neorealism. So we're talking about poor or working class people. It's also shot right on location. And it usually involves conditions of everyday life. This is happening right now, as we speak. They also have a low budget handheld camera, like it. And it's usually shot on 16mm film. Look at this bad boy, right here. Or, since they didn't even have any money to even shoot that on color, they had to shoot it in black and white. Like that. And that's all I have to say about techniques. Hey, Nick.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
I'm gonna teach you even more about Mumblecore films.
Ah, shit!
In the 21st century, filmmakers started moving away from using celluloid film and moved into the realm of digital filmmaking. Although the move was slow and hesitant, it eventually became more welcomed after Slumdog Millionaire took home Best Cinematography, and soon digital filming dominated the industry by 2010. Following the release of Reservoir Dogs, the independent film industry fell out of popularity. Because of this, Mumblecore filmmakers had to make do with low budget and little support from studios. In the early 2000s, a new form of home entertainment was established: internet streaming. Sites like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime allowed home audiences a new and convenient way to enjoy movies. Netflix was extremely important to the Mumblecore movement because it wasn't just an exposition site, but a production studio as well.
Kevin,
Yes.
would you like to learn about some important Mumblecore films?
Do I have a choice?
No.
All right.
4 very important Mumblecore films are Funny Haha, Mutual Appreciation, The Puffy Chair, and Hannah Takes the Stairs. These all were made on very, very small budgets with a very small crew, just like Kevin was saying. Funny Haha, directed by Andrew Buljowski, was the first Mumblecore film ever made. It was premiered in 2002, and it has played in many festivals and is very influential in the Mumblecore world. On to Mutual Appreciation. This was also directed by Andrew Buljowski. It tells the story of Alan, a struggling musician who moves to New York City. He meets up with his old musician friends, and he tries to restart his band career, but he falls in love with his friend's current girlfriend, and it shows his struggle to suppress his attraction to his friend's girlfriend. And then The Puffy Chair, which was made in 2005. It was directed by Jay Duplass, and it tells about a young adult, Josh, whose dreams of being a New York City musician aren't working out the way he'd hoped.
You're right.
He is determined to bring his father the greatest birthday surprise ever. So, he finds an old lazy boy chair like the one that his father used to have, and it shows his journey to take that chair to his father. And lastly, Hannah Takes the Stairs, which was directed by Joe Swanberg. This film follows Hannah, an intern at a Chicago production company. She develops a crush on two writers from the company and pursues a summer of trying to win over their attractions. It is ultimately unsuccessful, and it leaves Hannah in an emotionally unstable state.
Thank you for teaching me about films, Dan. You're the best.
Hey, no problem.
So that's Mumblecore for you, folks.
Yeah.
Well, one last thing. So, Nick, why should people study Mumblecore?
Well, Kevin, you see, Mumblecore is a step on the big staircase to a goal many filmmakers have tried to accomplish: capturing realism in a fictional light. Starting back with the neo-realists in Italy and the new wave filmmakers in France, people have been trying to capture real life, and Mumblecore is now the new step along the way. And Mumblecore is trying to capture reality not in a charming light or an adventurous light or a really spectacle-filled light. It's going to capture reality in the one light it should capture it in. It's true light. That is the purpose of Mumblecore, and that's why you should study it.
Beautiful.
I want Doritos.